buckle up and buckle in is all I'm going to say. We are in for one heck of a ride. Expect explosions. Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, just in case you have forgotten who I am, and I have been AWOL for the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why I've been AWOL, where the heck I am, and what on earth is going on in my life in a moment. But today, ladies and gents, we are going to talk all about the September energy update. And I don't know about you, but August has been fire, like literal fire, and September is coming around so quickly now that I am excited to bring this energy update to you. And it is going to be so worth the watch, ladies and gents. We are dropping it like it is hot for the rest of 2024. Now, you only have 4 months left of 2024, ladies and gents. So don't let anybody tell you that you're not good enough. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't meet your goals or, your dreams are too big. Because let me tell you, the energy that is behind us right at this precise moment in time is allowing absolutely anything, and I mean anything, to take place. Even if it's a massive curveball and you're like, wow, I didn't see that coming, that is happening a lot right now. So before I go into the September energy update, ladies and gents, where the heck am I? And what the heck have I been doing? And why have I not been posting for a couple of weeks on this channel? Well, you guys know that I left Europe back in June, and I flew to Australia with the intention of being in Australia just 1 week before I went off to do the energy work. And I ended up being in Australia a lot longer. Why did that happen? Because somebody asked me to support them in something, which of course I was willing to do. And then what happened after that is what always happens when you do good and when you are one of God's children, you are one of God's angels, more to the point, you get offered amazing opportunities. And so basically I have been offered an amazing opportunity to work with the veterans of the Australian military to unlock their voice and help them really get aligned to what their story is and how they can step forwards. I don't mean to be funny, ladies and gents, but what an amazing opportunity that has presented itself to me. So I found myself going to Asia for a little period of time just whilst I switched over from a visitor visa to a work permit. So I am actually here in Australia now, working, which is an amazing opportunity, like I say, but I never saw this coming. I reassured people time and time again, don't worry, I'll be back in September. Don't worry, I'll be back in September. And it looks like I did not tell the truth on that situation. However, I think what I have done is clearly say that it is the last wonder, which is quite an amazing thing. Thank goodness, they say. So that's where I am right now, ladies and gents. So why have I not been posting for the last couple of weeks? I've been having fun with Mercury retrograde. I think that's a starting point. I actually, a week and a half ago now, maybe close to 2 weeks ago now, I was doing some work and all of a sudden my laptop stopped charging. And I was like, well, this is weird. Clearly the cable doesn't work. So I went to the shop, bought a new cable, went back to my place in Asia, and I plugged my laptop in, still wasn't working. And I was like, well, maybe it's something to do with the plug sockets. Maybe it's something to do with something. So I hopped on my moped and I took my laptop under my arm and I went to somewhere which I knew could work with Apple products. They tried to charge it. They tried to do all sorts of different things. Alas, there was no progress with it. So what actually happened was I had to hand my laptop over for a week, and then I got it back and it still wasn't working. And then I flew back to Australia and I handed my laptop in, and finally I have my beautiful laptop back, but it has nothing on it. So it's been a really, really, really interesting Mercury retrograde this time. And I must be honest, I was actually sharing with my Conscious Conversations community a few weeks ago. I'm like, Mercury retrograde, it's only ever stung me once. It won't do that again. And oh yeah, call it in, Lucy, call it in big time. So that's what I did, ladies and gents. I basically called in a beautiful experience of communication being stopped and my technology being halted. But I am back, and I am back with a vengeance, and I am so super excited. Although I'm on a completely different time zone to you guys, I'm saying you guys, that's not true. I've got a lot of Australian followers, but to where I am normally based in Europe, I'm on a completely different time zone, but that doesn't mean that we can't make this work. So I've given you a little bit of where I've been and a little bit of what I've been up to. So let's now get the notes up that I channeled a few days ago now for the September energy update 2024. Ladies and gents, buckle up and buckle in is all I'm going to say. We are in for one heck of a ride for the rest of 2024. So first and foremost, let's just start by looking back on the past month. It's a really beautiful time as we get to the last week of August to just press a pause button and say, right, what on earth have I achieved in the last month? How far have I come with my mindset, my communication? How have I made it through Mercury retrograde, for example? So this is a really important time for reflection. And actually, what I'm really noticing, and certainly in myself, is there's a massive period of isolation taking place right now. We are looking to declutter. We are looking to remove. We want to retreat. And bearing in mind, in the Northern Hemisphere, where I've spoken to a lot of people about this, they are feeling this, and it's their summertime. Summer is the time when you're energized and you want to get out there and you want to do certain things, whereas a lot of the people that I'm speaking to are retreating. They are going back in and they are preparing for something. So if you have found yourself right in this moment in time, decluttering and looking to shed, and maybe you're purging different things, whether it be people or places or things from your life, just go with it. Look at what you have achieved through the month of August. And ladies and gents, no matter what has happened, whether you've argued with people or you've loved people and lost people or whatever has happened, be proud of yourself. Absolutely everything has been shaken to its core during August. And I just would like to say, I know I'm 8 days before the end of August, but I would just really like to say right now that I am so super proud of you guys. I am so super proud of you guys. This has been the most tricky month of the year so far. Now, I'm not going to lull you into a false sense of security and say, don't worry, the worst is over, because it's not. We have feisty intensity coming up, and everything in September, I was kind of like, oh, I'm holding on to my seat for dear life. Okay, that was the energy that was coming through as I was channeling this information. Now, before I go any further, I was looking to do a meditation on the 17th of August, 2024, which would have equated to 888. Obviously, we had the 888 Lionsgate portal back at the beginning of the month where lots of people were meditating, and I was guided to do a meditation. So I am actually going to be doing that meditation because I couldn't do it on the 17th. Because my laptop had died and all the other things that were going on. I'm actually going to do it this Monday, the 26th of August, 2024, which again equates to 888. We are going to do a very powerful manifestation meditation at 9 p.m. UK time. Now, fortunately, I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this, but I am not going to be doing it on social media. I have decided for 1 week and 1 week only, I'm going to open up the doors to everybody that would like to attend Conscious Conversations for free. So Conscious Conversations is a weekly chat coaching call that I do with whoever is within the membership. And this week we're going to open up the doors, and what we're going to do is I'm going to share something extremely important that happened on the 21st of August. It was a very, very powerful, energetic day. This is all to do with the energies of Mary Magdalene and things like that. So if that kind of stuff intrigues you, then come along. We're going to do a little bit about that, probably about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then we're going to go into a very powerful meditation, or we might do a bit at the beginning meditation and a bit at the end. I don't know yet. I never know with these things. I just appreciate and know that there is going to be gold that comes off the back of it. Now, if you would like to join us for free, there is a link in the description field that you can go to, and literally all you need to do is click on the link and an email will be sent to you with the details to dial in on Monday at 9 p.m. UK time. Now, please do check your own time zones, ladies and gents, and that you are comfortable with coming along at that time. There will not be a recording sent out afterwards, and I will not be able to upload it to social media because I am going to use music. And we know when music gets used, YouTube, Instagram, they ban it. So this is why I'm doing it in private, because I would really like to have music to create the shifts within you guys to change the world, because we've got to those times now. We are here to change the world. Let's make it happen. So back to the September energy update. Like I was saying, it's going to be intense. It is going to be fast. And I am going to suggest to you guys that we need to expect explosions during this period of time. Now, what do I mean by explosions? I see, when I close my eyes, in my mind's eye, that we're going to have flooding. You know, I've talked about watching the water for such a long period of time. There is so much going on in the water right now, whether that be species, whether that be, beaching of whales and fish starting to walk and things like that. Honestly, believe me, it is a wild time that we are living through. But also, there's been capsizing, there's been all sorts of different things like that. So please do keep an eye on the water. But I'm also seeing, like I say, volcanoes, earthquakes. This is Gaia purging in a massive way, and the earth events are going to come much more up into our consciousness as we are purging. Gaia is purging and reflecting with us. So please bear that in mind and just recognize we are literally shaking the planet to its core right now so that we can step out of these low vibrations. Nothing low vibration can come with us. This is why our friendships are being questioned. This is why our intimate relationships are being questioned. This is why our food choices and everything is being questioned right now. It is going to be feisty. It is going to be dramatic. There is going to be anger. There are people desperately clinging on to the past, especially the last 4 or 5 years. They're desperately clinging on for whatever reasons that may be. Maybe they've made money from it. Maybe they've got fame from it. Maybe they've actually had their needs being met. People are going to angrily be attempting to hold on to the past. So long story short, ladies and gents, it's going to be extremely, extremely noisy through September. Now, this is a choice. You can choose to get involved in that, or you can choose to just, okay, thank you very much for showing me this. Now, just to add to the noise and the anger, there is going to be strikes. There is going to be time out. Make of that what you will, but they're the words that it gave me. There is going to be rebellion. Revolution. There is, like, this is the time, this is the moment. It's almost like we've gone, okay, you've had a couple of months now to be peaceful and hibernate, and now it's time to, right, we're going to crack the fast forward button. So be very aware that this is what is going to happen. Like it or not, it's coming. So I don't really know what more to say to that. I have been managing expectations for many years now, that even those of us that perceive to be extremely awake to what's been going on around the world, we are going to be shocked to our core. So I say that with a lot of love in my heart and a lot of humility. I am preparing myself for things that I never thought I would prepare myself for. So please take of that what you will. There is going to be a whole new surge of awakening taking place on the planet. And what that is basically going to look like is the perception of the truth is going to be dismantled. So we have believed so many systems to be correct. We have believed so many things to have been for our best good. This is where it stops. Now, we've already started seeing things be uncovered at a very, very quick rate, but this is going to go to a whole new level. What this is basically doing is it's encouraging people to be authentic. Nothing but authenticity can come forwards with us. The anger, the hurt, the pain, the shame, the guilt, the resentment, the bitching, the bitter, the twisted, all of that stuff cannot come with us. Anybody that is still clinging on to the fact that their ex is a problem, they won't be evolving. Anybody that cannot take ownership for their piece of the puzzle, they're not going to be going on this evolution journey. They've missed the memo big time. Authenticity is everything right now. Now, I know that I piss some people off because I am blunt and I am brutal with my truth, but it's authentic to me. And what I tend to do is trigger people that aren't authentic, trigger the masks within people. I guess it's just part of the role that I've been given this lifetime. We are going to see massive shifts in the area of politics. Now, you know that this is my least favorite topic in the world. So the fact that I'm talking about it, I just want you guys to know this makes me feel very uncomfortable. However, I see something impacting Trump big time in September. I don't know what, and I don't know when, but I see something impacting him. That's all I'm saying. I also see a massive empowerment shift within politics. I see the power changing hands. So make of that what you will. I see the power changing hands. I don't necessarily think that this is going to be a good thing. I think this is going to create unrest. I think this is going to create, like I say, rebellion. It's going to create feistiness. It's going to create more of a divide, which is the whole point of what it is there to do. So please be very careful with what you are getting involved in through the month of September. You will see that there is massive issues with communication on social media, communication through the media. There's going to be lots of technology breakdowns. I actually see cyber attacks. I keep being shown like cyber attacks at the moment. Like, you know, in my mind's eye, I'm just seeing that there's all of these things that are going to come in. And I do feel that there is an element of these that are being created. Is that the right word? They're not necessarily real. Is that a better way of putting it? So what is important for us in September is to come together. The word that they kept giving me was collectiveness. I don't even know if that's a word, but collectiveness is the word that kept coming through when I was channeling this. We must come together. We must unite. We must find our tribe and hold hands. What we are going to be able to do, and as I'm saying that and I'm holding my own hands here, like, you know, as if I was holding somebody's hands, I really feel the energy building in my hands. We have the power at our fingertips, within our hands, within our palms, to create accelerated shifts for this world and for the collective consciousness. And ladies and gents, this is our mission. This is what we got incarnated to do. I get that it's heavy. I get that it's challenging right now. I get that we are questioning everything about ourselves right now. However, it is now time for us to create the accelerated shifts that we deserve to be able to get to the result that we are looking to get, which I'm sure us all here on my channel are in alignment with. We're looking for peace. We're looking for harmony. We're looking for love. We're looking for authenticity. We're looking for abundance to be shared equally amongst all men and women. You know, I truly believe that that is what we are envisaging as our new earth, rather than the hurt, the fighting, the war, and everything else. Now, with these accelerated shifts, I see some communications becoming very forceful. So I don't know if some of the governments are about to start slapping wrists or if there is going to be heavy-handedness or something like that. But I see this real what do they call it when people like rub each other up the wrong way, you know, this kind of behavior. That is what I see. Friction, that's the word I'm looking for. So I really do see some friction building. Now, you can witness it or you can get involved in it. You can observe and not consume, as I always suggest that we do. So it is very important to you for you to decide what it is that you are looking to get involved in or not, as the case may be. I'm tired already. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but I'm like, okay, they've obviously been saving this as a biggie, hey? And absolutely crazy. So this month is very important to focus on your physical vessel and your health. Declutter. Do what feels good for you. Realign and reattune your body. It's time for wholesome vibrations and purity. This is where it all changes. We are looking to embody purity. We don't need to be better than our next door neighbor. We don't need to get one over on our ex-partner. This is about purity being brought to the surface. So this vibration is all of our futures. So as we are focusing on the physical vessel, it's time to up our self-care. Like I was saying at the beginning of this video, isolation, time out, rest, breath work, meditation are extremely important during this period of time. Now, the other words that they gave me when I was looking at, okay, what does self-care mean? Like, how are we going to explain this? I got told to go ghost, be private, disappear. These are the words that were given to me. I've been doing a little bit of going ghost, some intentionally, and some obviously things like my laptop and stuff, it could have been helped. Mercury retrograde was being hilarious. So, you know, some were intentional and some weren't so intentional. Very important. Are you sharing too much information? Do people really need to know? Are you oversharing? And this is a very important emotional trauma response that we need to clear out. A lot of us overshare. I'm one of these people sometimes. Depends on the situation. Communication is key through September. Please step away from getting drawn into something on social media. If you don't like what's being shared, what's being posted, do you really need to comment? Do you really need to involve your energy in that? Because you are essentially giving permission to get into an energy exchange. Things are going to get quite volatile. So for me personally, if there is a consistent thread on social media that I'm like, no, I don't agree with this. No, I don't agree with this. If it's the same person, I unfollow them or I block them or do whatever it is that I need to do. I would suggest that it's going to become very violent with lots of aggressive words on social media. I feel that social media has been a bit of a breeding ground for people over the last few months, few years, to really become very focused on their way is the only way. You know, I remember the days when social media used to include food and, selfies and just stuff like that. But now it's all pictures of news and politics, and it's by design because it's about division. That doesn't float my boat. I don't want to be seeing that. I remember somebody that I used to know said to me, God, why do you post, stuff and like your opinions and stuff like that? And I'm like, because I don't want to look at politics. I want to help people feel better about themselves. So I would like to share beautiful comments and quotes and my views of how to raise my frequency. If you don't like it, don't like it. I'm okay with that because I'm so certain of who I am and what my mission is here. I don't feel like I need to follow the crowd. That's authenticity in a nutshell. Now, September is going to bring a whole new level of clarity. I feel as if the sleepy dust is going to be wiped from our eyes. For some of you, that is going to be such amazing news because a lot of you have been so fatigued. The amount of messages that I'm getting, Lucy, I'm so tired. Lucy, how can I do this? And what's really fascinating is I probably feel the most energized I've felt in years right now. It's really incredible. I've taken my power back. I've got the cortisol response that my body was happening because of, you know, stuff that happened earlier on this year. I've got that back in track. I'm feeling fabulous. So I am actually going to do some talks on this to really help people shift that. I'm also talking about doing a retreat, but I'll save that for another day. So September is all about future focus. What do you want for your future? This is about creating extremely exciting relationships, partnerships, business partnerships that are going to come together in unity and love to change the world. I haven't spoken about twin flames in a very long time, and you guys know my feels on this subject in my book. However, I keep being shown that twin flame energy is getting a whole new shake up. So if you are somebody that believes and feels and that's a big part of their life, just know that September is the start of something that I feel is going to be very big in October. And this is me saying that, and you guys know my feels. Relationships are going to be under the spotlight big time through September. If you are not aligned to somebody, if they are not authentic, it is going to be shown. I have channeled something extremely amazing around relationships, and it has given me a whole new epiphany. It's given me a whole new lease of life with relationships. And it's really asking us to be honest, open and authentic about who we are and what we would like and what we are choosing for our future relationships. And they have given me so much detail. I mean, I've had Kuan Yin channeling me, guys. It has been so beautiful. Her energy is so powerful. And she's channeled this whole beautiful area of relationships that I had never considered before. But actually now I look back, I really appreciate why my last relationship, for example, did not work out. Like, I am so clear and I'm like, wow, this is incredible. This is such incredible, valuable information. And I'm so grateful because now I have a whole new level of clarity on it, a bit like what we're saying is coming in the next 8 days. So there is going to be reactive behaviors that take place through September, and even really from now, because we are stepping into the September energy. I always think that we start about a week before we get into the month with the energies, because it's a bit of a crossover, especially as we've just had full moon, which unfortunately I couldn't do the video for, but it's going to be reactive. There's going to be a feeling of separation, so please bear that in mind. Just be calm and stop and think and just process before you actually speak. And I've actually got a really beautiful example of this. I had quite an intense conversation with somebody in the last week, and I shared my views, the other person shared their views, and because I know that I am the kind of person that hears something and I can react, whether it's good, bad or ugly, very, very quickly, I just said, I'm going to take a little bit of time to process this, if this is okay. And the other person was like, yeah, of course, because I communicated openly. And then about 48 hours later, I was able to say, right, this is what I knew at the time. I've sat on it, I've processed it, and I still believe it to be true. And actually what happened was a beautiful, beautiful, conscious conversation that has led to probably a whole new level up within relationships, which is absolutely amazing. Now, as much as we are seeing reactions and separations, lots of separations, by the way, I don't know if you guys have realized it in the relationships and friendships in your groups of friends, but I'm noticing it a lot. Friends that have been friends for years are just stepping away from each other. Relationships are breaking down very, very quickly right at the moment. So as much as we're seeing a big surge of that, there's going to be a whole new level of satisfaction hitting the planet. It's almost like we are being brave, we are being courageous, and what is happening is we are going to feel more satisfied. Now, I'm not saying those people who have serious issues with having people close to them, like all of their exes are nasty and nothing's ever good enough and everybody's always this and everybody's, I'm not saying that, because that's not satisfaction. That's a myth that you have convinced yourself to be true because you are scared of people getting close to you. Okay, so I'm not talking about that. I am talking literal, wow, this is how I feel. This is what I actually choose. This is what I would love. This is how I would like to feel. That is where we are going to be gaining the satisfaction from. And with that, we're going to get a whole new level of compassion that is going to be roaming free through September. Now, I have said this for a while, and I just feel it very strongly. If you remember earlier, I said something along the lines of, I see time out being kind of pushed, time out. Now, I'm going to say this loosely, and I hope that I'm wrong, but I do see that there's going to be a lot of noise around health, and I do feel it's going to be a virus or something like that. Now, I have been told there is a big push with monkeypox. I don't know if that's a virus or not, guys. That's how little I know about these things, and that's how little I care, to be honest with you. But I do feel that there is going to be something noisy around health. So please, please just keep your wits about you as you step into September energy, and just be aware, just have, like I say, just have your wits about you at this time. Please up your self-care, and please really focus on getting your gut and everything in alignment through September. We are going to be having some huge energetic shifts. You cannot continue to eat all of the crap and feel good. You cannot expect to get all of your gifts coming online if you are treating your physical vessel, which is all you've got this lifetime, like rubbish. So please, let's come together. Let's quiet things down. Let's make things extremely simplistic and really focus on getting your whole body in alignment. On top of that, I do see that there is going to be a big surge in concerns around growing food. As you guys know, I've been in Asia recently, and my body reacted very differently in Asia to anywhere else in the world that I have been in the last 12 or so months where food is concerned. So I'm just going to leave that with you guys. I feel that we are going to have a big push for people to come together to heal, to grow foods to heal. That's the way that I want to say this. We're going to grow foods to heal. So just bear that in mind. Yeah, take of that what you will. Read between the lines, ladies and gents, read between the lines. So I do feel that as we step into September, like I said at the beginning, we are going to step into a much more quiet and simplistic way of living. We are going to need to recognize and use our discernment. We are going to have massive transformations of ourself. We have to recognize that consciousness and your soul is the prize. I really am encouraging you guys to focus on you, because that is all you have got. We are so distracted with life. We are so distracted with keeping our friends happy, keeping our family happy, doing the work, creating the side project, growing the food, we are so distracted, social media, videos, all that stuff, that we have got lost and we have stopped focusing on ourselves. It's time for us to recognize we must stop, allow the distractions to just flow on past us, so that we can really become the version of ourselves that we were sent down here to be. My nose is so itchy during this video, which means someone or something wants to channel me. Spiritual awakening. our gifts are coming online very quickly. I don't know if you've noticed it, but I freak myself out most days with the things that I know, the information that I'm getting, the telepathy, like even with random people that I'm sat in a coffee shop near, or people that I don't really know. Like I thought of someone yesterday, and by 10 o'clock last night, he was in my inbox. Like, it was really fascinating. So, you know, this is telepathy. This is those threads. This is these cords that we have got. So it's very important for us to allow our gifts to come online, that you bear everything in mind that I've spoken about in this video, like it's yours for the taking. Expanded consciousness is available if you would like to take that route. Like I always say, this is open to you and what you want to do. If you would like it, you can take it. If you don't like it, leave it. You know, I remember earlier on this year that somebody said to me, my God, I just can't cope with all this spiritual stuff. Great, they've chosen their path. I don't even like the word spiritual, as you guys know, but I am very aware that, you know what, I surrendered to this journey 12 years ago now, and there is nothing that I would want to change. Like, yes, it freaks me out sometimes. Yes, I don't like it sometimes. Yes, I would like to, you know, have a peaceful life and get married and have babies and all the rest of it. But you know what, like, this path is the path that has been laid, and I just have to trust that when the right time for all of that is going to happen with bells on. So, ladies and gents, I hope I haven't freaked you out too much in this video, and I hope that you're excited to jump out of August and into September. September is one of my favorite months around the year. Doesn't matter whether I'm in England or Europe or Australia or wherever. September is one of my favorite months. Everything just seems to become a little bit more calm. Now, I'm not going to say from an energetic perspective that that's going to happen this year, but what I am saying is whatever you choose for your future is there for the taking. So, ladies and gents, I'm going to ask you for a massive favor. If you have enjoyed this video, please go smash the thumbs up button for me, and please drop a comment and just check in with me and let me know if there's anything that you feel that I have missed in this video. And I would really also appreciate it if you could share this video with anybody that is going to be excited for what is coming in September. Ladies and gents, please do remember, Self-Love Club membership opens its doors on the 2nd of September. This is going to be the biggest year yet, ladies and gents. The program has gone from a 12 months to a 9-month program. You're going to get coached by yours truly on the journey of how to step out of living in here into here, and really stepping forwards in the authentic manner in which you got sent down here to do. I'm ready to help you guys. I'm revitalized, I'm re-energized, and I am so excited to get back with you in about 10 days' time. Right, ladies and gents, have the most incredible evening, the most incredible weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Lots of love, guys.